Hey guys, Nick Drossos. I'm here with professional UFC fighter Elias Theodorou. Elias, what are you going to teach us today?
Well, we're going to walk through some kicks in how to disengage someone and how to also be more aggressive in regards to attack. So one will be more self-defense and one will be more offense. Again, if someone's coming to you, they're usually going to have some sort of stance, or you're going to more practice your stance in regards to whatever your attack leg is. So the more disengaged strike would be a lead just to get them out of there, and you're going to attack someone's knee, and that's just going to jolt them. It's a very unsettling feeling to have someone kind of pop your knee in. We're not flamingos.
How do you launch it? Can you show us?
Again, it's up and out. It's just quick, and depending on the severity of, like, again, in competition, I do the same thing, but I hit them up top here because it's less damaging, but it's still equally, a deterrent in regards to someone walking forward. Yeah. You're breaking their rhythm.
If I'm here,
so if you're coming forward, I would just push that back out. Okay. In a street fight, if I want to disengage someone that's trying to attack me, I would go for the knee. And then again, we're not flamingos. It doesn't go that opposite way. Yeah. So it's a jolt, and it'll actually scare them. Okay. And again, that's where you can follow up with a more offensive attack. So you jolt them and kick outside.
So you want a tie kick?
Yeah, a tie kick. Okay. You want to kick around. No. And what you could also do...
Come over here so they can see it. Yeah. Like when you're kicking. So if you're here...
So I would stop you. Okay. That's to stop you, right? It's my lead attack, just out. No. And then it sets up options that you can kind of come in. What this will do is kind of cut the distance. Because if I'm hitting you here, there's a second to come right back in, right? But there's also a way to kind of go on the outside if you don't want to deal with anything around here. So same idea, I would hit here, move around, and kick. I'm kicking the meaty flesh here, but there's also an option to kick there and kind of hook the leg. It's actually an interesting thing to do as well. So I would stop you, boom, and I kick you around. It's just an option to kind of just break their posture, right? Like the best idea is to just jolt. It's kind of a split second that you'll be able to, that'll allow you to take on whatever you want to do next, right? Whether it's I hit you and I can walk away. And then again, the same idea goes with if it was the stomach too, right? Hitting someone up top here, it just stops them for a bit. Yeah. And you can obviously kick inside.
Do you jar kick at all?
For sure, and that would set up an opportunity to load your hand. So like a Superman punch. So if someone starts coming in, you go this, you can hit them.
So boom,
boom.
Do you draw as it comes back? You come forward.
It's kind of one motion, right? Like this is swaying. Boom. It's swaying.
You ever use that?
I've done it in training quite a bit. Okay. I think I've done it in some kickboxing fights. Okay. And possibly 1 or 2 fights in MMA as well. Okay. It's a great way to kind of, it's almost like a distraction. Okay. Because like I'm hitting here and you're not really expecting to load up.
When you're kicking inside, is there somewhere specific that you kick?
Well, just don't kick the knee because that's how you're gonna hurt your foot, right?
So you're kicking
with a shoe, it's a little different. Like a shoe, you can just be a jerk. Yeah, you know what I mean? True, yeah. I can just kind of kick you pigeon-toed right in there. Like, that's true. Just kind of wham right in there. It's gonna suck.
And the groin, obviously, you can't kick in the groin and the.
Yeah, you can't kick the it's until the ref gives you a point. Everyone gets one. One warning, that is. In the groin, the best way is
flush
up, straight up, and then also straight down too. Like I could, same idea. Yeah.
So as it comes up, you go
down.
Kick down.
Yeah, and then it's again a way to kind of clear some distance, right?
So every time you kick, you're stepping in. It's like boom. I'm
stepping in or out. It depends what your actual motives are, right? Like what your objectives are.
Like if I just want to kick to
get you out, just keep me away. Just keep me away.
But if I want to kick and then set up,
you can clear the distance. But again, if we're talking about pure competition, you'd never want to really just kick and walk right in. Yeah. You want to start using your hands.
How would you?
So I would start kicking
and then come in.
Like there's ways to do it that way to kind of cut the distance. Another way, it allows you to essentially kick and take a single leg as well. If you're throwing a kick, you fall into it. Now I got I got the takedown option,
Okay.
right? And then from there I can do whatever I want.
How do you block the kicks?
A check is the best way, or walking into it. So,
So if I'm
depends on
tie kicking,
I would walk
step
in. I'd walk into it because you're up.
So you just.
I would bite on my mouth guard, walk in, and
yeah.
just hit you right in the face.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be like this, right? You're
So you
you're
time it. So as if the kick is coming in, so if you're kicking, boom, I'm
Oh,
stepping
sorry.
in.
Where was going? Yeah.
if
So I'm
you're-
kicking.
Yeah, so you're kicking,
Boom.
boom, I'm stepping in with it.
Yeah. Especially if again that's the issue if someone just throws a kick rather than setting it up with your hands, right? Because if I'm setting this up with here, I can
Boom,
sneak it in,
That's it.
right? But if I'm walking right in here,
Boom, and open.
there's a whole lot punching in the face.
Again, when we look at it in terms of self-defense, and you know, like you said before, when we're making these videos, the average person who you're gonna fight is not a pro MMA fighter.
No.
Right? So a lot of this stuff might work against a pro fighter. It's much harder for me to do any of this stuff,
sure.
right? So
it's something like I notice in when I'm some of the gyms that I train at, like there's training with amateurs and there's training with pros.
Yeah.
The pros we're kind of on the same level, so these things it's very hard to get the timing because we know.
Yeah.
So we work with some of the amateurs because it's much easier to do it, and there you're getting the rhythm.
Yeah.
So it's the commitment. Like again, sometimes if I for instance try a takedown from very far away, you're gonna know what to do
Oh, yeah.
and stop me. But I practice the motion with an amateur and I land it and it becomes more routine, then it'll be easier to kind of work on the professionals.
what about kicking to the head?
I wouldn't kick to the head in a street fight. There's too much options to fall.
But in the ring, have you done it? Have you kicked that?
Yeah, I've broken a man's hand in half and then knocked him out with a kick.
How? Like it was just here?
Just this, I just boom. It was actually a switch stance. I'm a middleweight fighter, and for some reason, of the 10 fights that I've had in the UFC, 8 of them have been against southpaws, which is very uncommon.
Yeah.
So what that does is it allows all my power attacks to kind of land flush on this one side. So when you're blocking a kick, if you kind of block it shitty, there's opportunity to just attack one single arm. So sometimes people block, but with one arm. So if they're constantly blocking with one arm, that's pressure
Here.
between your arm versus my leg, and my leg's gonna win this battle.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm kind of known for a volume. For instance, of those 10 fights, 8 of the 10 fights that I've had in the UFC, I've doubled the output of my opponent, and I've never actually been outpaced in a fight.
What does that mean, double output?
I hit them twice as many times as they hit me.
Okay.
So like for instance, my last fight, I hit my opponent 140 times versus his 60.
Wow.
The time before that, I hit him 215 to I think it was 70 or 60. And then the only 2 fights that I haven't outputted them by double, I still beat them by like 20 more strikes.
Wow, fuck, that's awesome.
So again, I'm kind of death by 1,000 cuts, and I'm known for my cardio. So I constantly want to keep attacking. Yeah, you're breaking the rhythm, and I'm kind of known for my unorthodox aspect. There's a lot of set patterns that people will understand. 1, 2, and then that's why a lot of fights. It basically is a back and forth. What I'm trying to do is suck up all the oxygen in the cage in regards to just hitting you till you either physically or mentally break. And I've been successful in that regard. So again, if for instance, if you're a southpaw, what I would constantly be doing is we want to be fighting against the lead leg. Okay. Whoever has their foot on the outside is winning because my power is kind of
I do
closer
that
in
because I switch. I do. I can do both equally as good. So I know every time I spar, I'm always keeping my foot on the outside because I know I have the advantage as long as my foot is on the outside, and I can see the person's going to try to fight. Do you go southpaw sometimes?
Yep.
So you switch.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you switch?
I usually kind of fall into it for the most part. So like if you're here, what I would be doing is I'd kick, push, and now I'm switch, right? And now you're walking into it. I'm kicking, I'm hitting.
So you just keep
constantly
hammering away.
Yeah, because they don't know. Because if I'm hitting you up here, like this, and you don't even recognize that I switched, right? So that's what I kind of do.
I think that's amazing. Wow. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave us a comment in the box. Elias is tying his shoe. Look.
Balance.
Karate Kid. Bam. So Elias, where can they find you?
Right here. No, at Elias Theodorou on Instagram and Twitter. And you can also follow me on my YouTube channel, The Main Event, MANE, trademark included.
Guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Stand strong.
What he said.